Okay, call to order, salute the flag.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, roll call.
Mr. Abiscato.
Here.
Ms. Alberti.
Here.
Ms. Alciuri.
Present.
Mr. Damasio. Mr. Grillo. Ms. Jarvis. Mr. Schweck.
Here.
Mr. Vuno.
Here.
Mr. Musto.
Adequate notice of this meeting has been provided by the following means. Annual notice was sent to the Herald News, the Record, the South Bergenite, the Observer, Township Clerk, and posted in the lobby of the Town Hall and Board Office, setting forthcoming scheduled work meetings and public meetings of the board.
Just so everybody knows for logistics, we have 2 interviews to conduct in executive session. So we're going to go into executive session from here. The public will stay here. We're going to go next door and conduct our executive session. When we come back, we don't have to come back for 7 o'clock because I reposted the meeting for a 6 o'clock start. So there's no timetable on coming back and opening back up to the public. Hopefully, we could get back in here and do all of the agenda items when we come back. We're going to go into executive session. We're going to go into executive session, okay, for the interviews, and then we're going to be dealing with personnel and anticipated litigation. So we're going to do our entire executive session before we come back here. Okay, but we don't have to be back here. Why I keep saying that, stressing that is because normally our meeting starts at 7 o'clock. We do not have to come back and reconvene at 7 o'clock because this is our public portion. We just opened it up. We're going into executive caucus now for those reasons, okay? So now you...
I would say the approximate time, and it's strictly approximate, would be about 7:30. So if you don't want to sit around from 6 to 7:30, there will be nothing happening concerning the public at the moment. I make a motion that we go into executive session for purposes of interviewing for personnel and potential litigation.
That's it, we're good. Thank you.
I gotta go find my phone.
Roll call. Mr. Abiscato.
Four.
Ms. Alberti. Ms. Alciuri. Mr. Damasio. Mr. Grillo. Ms. Jarvis. Mr. Schweck. Mr. Vuno, this is a motion to come back into public session. Mr. Musto. Just a point of clarification, the meeting time was changed from 7 to 6. We opened up the public session at 6 o'clock and went into executive session for the purposes of 2 interviews, personnel, and anticipated litigation, and told everyone we would be out at approximately 7:30, no later than about 20 minutes to 8. I believe there was about 5 people in the audience when we opened up at 6 o'clock.
Our first order of business, I'd like to ask Freelander Stevens and Ellie and Alfred Annunziata from the New Jersey School Board Association to step up.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you. Where you have my back there? My name is Al Annunziata. I work for the New Jersey School Boards Association. I'm the field service rep for Bergen County. Annually, New Jersey School Boards, which is the association that supports the training and professional support for local school board members, provides for awards for various actually accomplishments that are done throughout the course of the year. I am very pleased to be here tonight to award one of your own, Mr. Ronald Grillo, the Milestone Award for 24 years. In gratitude of 20 plus years, we have every 10 years. Dedication to children of Lyndhurst Board of Education in the state of New Jersey. So congratulations.
Good evening, everybody. I know a lot of people in the audience. I'm Steve Tonelli. I'm one of your Bergen County freeholders. I'm here tonight to also recognize Mr. Grillo's accomplishments, but more as a friend than a freeholder, so it's really it's a joy to be here. I know Ronnie from church. You need something ever in town, he's the first guy that volunteers. We spend many nights doing grave blankets for the Holy Name Society. He's just the perfect guy for not only for our kids, but just for the community. So on behalf of the Freeholder Board, on the occasion of your 24 years of service on the Lyndhurst Board of Education, I just want to congratulate you. Thank you. My freeholder already has cards. I am literally the only guy from South Bergen. Everybody running this year and everybody that's on the board is all from north of Route 4. So if anybody wants my card, if you have any issues countywide, I'm doing the best I can to get our streets paved. County roads. As soon as I got in office, River Road was paved. We took care of Breslin Field. We also took care of the park between North Arlington and Lyndhurst. I'm doing the best I can. I need to know what you guys need and what's important to you. So he's got a card with my cell phone number on. I answer my phone. My wife will tell you that. Please call me and let me know, okay?
Just don't raise our taxes.
I think it might be $11. Thank you. Thank you, guys.
See you guys. Enjoy yourselves.
That's my brother, teacher, principal, whatever.
Just real quick, on behalf of the board members current and on behalf of the board members of the past, which I have been a board member of the past, Ron has been 24 years, folks. That's 8 terms. Nobody lasts 8 terms, okay? Not in these jobs, believe me, okay? And he does because he keeps focused, and he always remembers the focus is the students, okay? He and I have been friends for 1,000 years at least, okay? And he and I have battled about a lot of different things, usually me with money, him on something else, okay? Me not want to spend it, he want to spend it, but there's no better board member, folks, all right? He has been, and when we have questions, he still has the ability to actually remember what took place 24 years ago. Like something happens and we don't know what anybody's talking about, he'll actually remember what transpired. All right, so he's a valuable resource, and then on behalf of the current board and all the other board members in the past, I extend congratulations. Thank you.
They took off.
So, good evening, everybody. We have 3 more awards to distribute tonight, and these are all related to our local American Legion post, Post 139, and we have 2 students who were honored, not only one student by our local post, one student by the county, Bergen County Post, and then we have a staff member who was honored not only by the local, the county, but also by the state American Legion. So we'd like to recognize them and give them all the certificate of appreciations. The first one is a student who won 2nd place in the 2015 Americanism Contest, sponsored by American Legion Post 139, and that's Catherine Interaggio. won first place in the local contest and won all of Bergen County. And her name is Daisy Bellicelli.
Daisy?
Did you want a picture?
Wait till she comes home. Wait till you go home. She'll make your mother smile.
For our staff member, I would like to read a section of a letter written to Mrs. Falco from Tom Witt, who's the Americanism chairman of our local American Legion Post. Is he here tonight? So let me just read you the first paragraph. Dear Mrs. Falco, congratulations on having been chosen both American Legion, Bergen County, and State of New Jersey 2015 Educator of the Year. Your lifelong dedication to your profession, devotion to your students, and unbridled loyalty to our veterans has earned you an honor shared only with one other Lyndhurst teacher since the inception of this award back in 2006. Post 139 could not be more elated for you. So, Mrs. Falco, would you come up?
Congratulations. Thank you.
Need a motion for approve the minutes, meeting number 8 and 9.
I'll make a motion.
Go ahead, second.
Mr. Abiscato? 4. Ms. Alberti? Ms. Alciuri? 4. Mr. Grillo?
4.
Ms. Jarvis? 4. Mr. Schweck? 4. Mr. Vuna?
4.
Mr. Musto? 4.
Public hearing, we'll do agenda items first. Denise,
Hello. Okay, and personnel, I don't know what number, page, it's like one of those empty sheets, with no numbers. Principal, assistant superintendent for curriculum and instruction, how much is the salary on that?
it's going to be the, it says it right.
In negotiations, so I have to come back another time and ask you how much. Okay. Also, on page 11, on the new business, you have Board of Education approved MJO Enterprises, conduct a search for an interim superintendent of schools for a fee of $6,000. Can you explain it? And also, why you're not using the School Boards Association? Page 11, new business. Number 3.
All right, so it's an extension of an existing contract we have going on right now. And the fee for $6,000 we need to search for an interim. And the MJO Enterprises have provided decent services in the past.
Okay, so now since we have a situation with Joe, who's in charge of the schools at this point?
Mr. Frank, Dr. Frank.
Yep.
Joanne Gerlin.
come up as far as here. All right, I'm here for one of the board members who told me to come and bring it to the attention again of our aides. We are non-union aides. And we're looking for cost limit increase, more sick days, and consistent pay. Last time we got something was 50 cents back in September, which was nice. But prior to that, it was December of 2012. And back in December 2012, I brought it to your attention that there was a big mistake, it was never taken care of, and we sit here underpaid and not with the districts in the area. So I'm just hoping that it can come up to par that we should be with the districts in the area and take into consideration. I know you're in negotiations with the other people now, but I'd like you to do negotiations with us because we're not you. Okay?
What,
Thank you.
where do we stand compared to the other?
Quite a bit, quite a bit.
Are these certificated aides or non-certificated aides?
They're both. They're both. One would get something like, for a difference of say $5 an hour, and $18 for like a 23. 18 for non-certificate, 23 for certificate. And the highest we have right now is $15.50, and it takes 15 years to make $15.50 an hour as an aide in this district. I know, I think we're in a country that's really ridiculous. Okay? And we get good benefits, we get no medical benefits, we get none of that. Sick days, it takes you, the most sick days you can get is 3 sick days as a 15-year-old person. Okay? Thank you very much.
Finance Committee.
Any board member who takes exception to any of the following listed actions under each category of finance committee, so indicate now, and a separate motion for each of the separate actions will be indicated.
Second.
Hearing none, I make motion that we adopt items 1 through 11.
Second.
Roll call. Mr. Abiscato. 4. Ms. Alberti. Ms. Alciuri.
4.
Mr. Damasio. I'm sorry. Mr. Grillo. 4. Ms. Jordan.
4.
Mr. Schweck. 4. Mr. Bruno.
4.
Mr. Musto. 4.
Education and Curriculum Committee. Ms. Alciuri.
I just wanted to say to all the teachers that are out there and the nurses and the guidance counselors that Happy Teachers Appreciation Week, which I know was last week, and Mr. Musto wrote a beautiful email to all of you. We couldn't run the school system without you, so thank you from all of us. Any board member who takes exception to any of the following listed actions under the category of Education and Curriculum Committee may so indicate now in a separate motion. Each of the accepted actions will be entertained. Hearing none, I make a motion that 1 to 3 be accepted.
Second.
Roll call. Mr. Abiscato. 4. Ms. Alberti. 4. Ms. Alciuri. 4. Mr. Grillo. 4. Ms. Jarvis.
4.
Mr. Schweck. 4. Mr. Bruno. 4. Mr. Musto. 4.
Safety and Security. Rules and regulations, Mr. Abiscato.
Any board member who takes exception to any of the following listed actions on the category Rules and Regulations Committee may so indicate now, a separate motion for each of the accepted actions be entertained. Hearing none, I make a motion that we accept items 1 and 2.
Second.
Roll call. Mr. Abiscato. 4. Ms. Alberti. 4. Ms. Alciuri. 4. Mr. Grillo. 4. Ms. Jarvis. 4. Mr. Schweck. 4. Mr. Bruno.
4.
Mr. Musto. 4.
Safety and Security Committee. Any board member who takes exception to any of the following listed actions under the category of safety and security may so indicate now, and a separate motion for each of the accepted actions will be entertained. Hearing none, I move to vote on number 1 through 5. Roll call.
Mr. Abiscato.
Four.
Ms. Alberti. Ms. Alciuri.
Four.
Mr. Grillo.
Four.
Ms. Jarvis.
Four.
Mr. Schweck.
Four.
Mr. Bruno.
Four.
Mr. Musto.
Student activities and recreation, Ms. Jarvis.
Any board members who take exception to any of the following listed actions under the category of activities and recognition committee may so indicate now and send a motion for each of the accepted actions to be adopted. Hearing none, I move that items 1 and 2 be adopted.
Second.
Roll call.
Mr. Abiscato.
Four.
Ms. Alberti. Ms. Alciuri.
Four.
Mr. Grillo.
Four.
Ms. Jarvis.
Four.
Mr. Schweck.
Four.
Mr. Bruno.
Four.
Mr. Musto.
Mr. Grillo, would you mind reading this?
Any board member will take exception to any of the following listed actions under the category of new business may so indicate now, and a separate motion for each of the accepted actions will be entertained. Hearing none, I move that 1, 2, and 3 be adopted.
Second.
Roll call.
Mr. Abiscato.
Four.
Ms. Alberti. Ms. Alciuri.
Four.
Mr. Grillo. Ms. Jarvis.
Four.
Mr. Schweck.
Four.
Mr. Bruno.
Four.
Mr. Musto.
Four. Is anybody from Washington School PTA here?
Thank you very much.
$2,800 donation. We appreciate it.
Thank you to the Music Association as well. I'm not going to thank them, Jay. Superintendent.
Yes, so we've already given out our certificates of achievement, and congratulations again to everyone. I would also like to mention that Dr. Marinelli was presented to the Board of, accepted a plaque for the Board of Education from Sacred Heart School, expressing their appreciation for allowing Sacred Heart to use our high school track for their track and field invitational. So that is in the board office. Also, I'm asking that the board affirm the superintendent's decision in HIV investigations for the reasons set forth in the superintendent's decision. And I did want to just report to the board on a education and curriculum committee meeting, if I may, regarding ability grouping. So the question of ability grouping in grades 3 and going up to the middle school had come up as an item that the board had directed the administration to discuss. So a panel of administrators consisting of Mr. Corso, Mr. Rizzo, Greenwald, Mr. Romano, and supervisors, Albert Castrovinci, Ms. Stevens, and Zach, and Ed Curriculum Committee members Susan Alciuri, Beverly Alberti, myself, and Dr. Marinelli met as a group. The committee had done extensive research, prepared a very, very thoughtful and incisive presentation on the pros and cons of ability grouping in the various grades. And it was unanimous conclusion of everybody there that we do not ability group in grades 3 and 4 and start no earlier than grades 5 or 6, depending on the input from the various principals. So I just wanted to share the results of that, and we'll be moving ahead with that administratively. And it's a topic that's been widely discussed, but again, we want to commend the committee and the curriculum committee for their input on this. And we all believe, administrators, teachers who were asked, the committee, and Dr. Marinelli and myself, that this is the right way to go. Under the personnel sections, you can see different motions for people who are either resigning or for some retirement. And I just want to mention before the official vote, just two people in particular. First, of course, is Dr. Marinelli, who has had 14 years in the district, 4 years as a middle school teacher, 2 years as supervisor of guidance, 3 years as assistant superintendent, and 5 years as superintendent. I've had the pleasure, extreme pleasure, of working with her since the end of September, beginning of October. And I found her to be extremely knowledgeable, competent, totally dedicated to doing the best in education in the district. I think she'll be sorely missed, and I wish her all the best as she moves on to her new position. The other person I want to mention is Marlene Truck, who has been in our district for 13 years as a supervisor of mathematics, and also of instruction. She's been in education for 44 years in total, and she's going to retire, and we wish her all the best and thank her for her contributions to the district. And that concludes my report.
Just on one item, concerning the ability grouping committee, I just want to acknowledge Mr. DeCorso, who is here, that he led the charge on this concern. He put together a beautiful PowerPoint, put together a very, very nice portfolio concerning the opinion of our administrators and supervisors, and he did convince 2 of our board members that this was the way to go. So I acknowledge Mr. DeCorso, he's here now, so thank you very much.
Public hearing on non-agenda items. Elaine Stowe.
You were supposed to have a meeting today with the Board of Commissioners about the school. Has it been scheduled?
It's being rescheduled now. We're rescheduling it for sometime in June.
Okay.
So no other reason. It was best for us to wait another week or so.
Lisa, quick question. I have a few concerns that I usually would speak with Tracy about. Who at this point?
I guess if you start in the principal and you work your way up.
It's about placement next year. Not an issue that I like every year. Okay, just write a letter and then we'll figure it out. Yes?
Email.
Okay. I don't check my email, but I'll do it. And the other question is, we were looking in the notes, this is the agenda, but are we having a half-day district-wide, May 26th and 27th, or is it just high school?
Just that.
All right, great, thank you.
Darius Hughes. Darius Hughes, sorry, my eyes.
Hi. As you guys know, over the past 15 years or so, every school in Lyndhurst has had air conditioning put in. And it's great. I can tell you, working at Jefferson School, it's excellent. Except for the high school. My son is a freshman, my daughter is a junior there, and it's literally sweltering to the point where they're actually perspiring as they're trying to learn. I can tell you, as a teacher, it's not an easy thing to do. Before we got the air conditioning at Jefferson School, I was on the 3rd floor. I don't want to say it was impossible to teach under those conditions, but it was very hard. Ms. Alcuri was there at the time. She'll tell you that we had to take the kids down to the gym where there were fans, just so they could, never mind learn, survive, basically. And we still have this situation at the high school. I'm just curious if anyone on facilities or whatever, if it's being addressed. I know there's a big push with a lot of things going on, but for the next 2, 3, 4 years, is there any possibility of getting some type of air conditioning for our kids at the high school? I mean,
A yes vote will help. We're working together with the Board of Commissioners to put together a program that's both construction through bond issues with the Board of Commissioners and a referendum with the municipality. Part of that referendum with the municipality has to do with the high school and the improvements there. Obviously, one of the things that's been discussed is the air conditioning because it gives us the ability to run that particular building year-round. So, yeah.
Okay. Well, my second question was, I couldn't hear in the back what Mr. Pfeiffer had said in relation to the middle school committee for junior high school. Has that been decided yet, whether it's going to be middle school or junior high school? Is there still going to be a community discussion of that, or has that been decided?
I'm not so sure there'll be community discussion as a bigger program yet. Certainly there'll be discussions come September at least, but we're still working on the actual proposal with the Board of Commissioners because that's where the funding is coming for that facility. Whether it's a junior high or it's a middle school, at this point, it doesn't have to be etched in stone at that, only because the size of the building will be the same. It's still going to house 3 grades. And now it's really a matter of what's the impact for Lyndhurst High School, whether or not a junior high, which would provide about 8 or 9 classroom spaces at Lyndhurst High School. It's really coming down to the programming. We're trying to fit programming first and then build buildings.
Okay, great. Thank you.
I need a motion to approve the superintendent's report. Roll call.
Mr. Mr. Abiscato. Four. Ms. Alberti. Four. Ms. Alciuri.
Four.
Mr. Damasio.
Four.
Mr. Grillo.
Four.
Ms. Jarvis.
Four.
Mr. Schweck.
Four.
Mr. Bruno.
Four.
Mr. Musto.
Four. So, Carrie, do you mind reading personnel?
Sure.
Yes.
What do you want me to do with the additional items? Read them separately? Or do you want me to-
I'm
Not
gonna make
let's number
them,
them?
yeah, 17, 18.
Okay. Any board member who takes exception to any of the following listed actions under the category of personnel may so indicate now, and a separate motion for each of the accepted actions will be entertained. Hearing none, I make a resolution that numbers 1 to 19 be adopted. I make a motion that numbers 1 to 21 be adopted.
If you add the personnel agenda that you have with the pocket motions, it's on the page, and there are 5 of them, but the 16 on that page, that's the 21.
Roll call. We're taking a roll call, 1 to 21. Mr. Abiscato. Four. Ms. Alberti. Ms. Alciuri.
Four.
Mr. Damasio. Mr. Grillo.
Four.
Ms. Jarvis.
Four.
Mr. Schweck.
Four.
Mr. Bruno.
Four.
Mr. Musto. Four. Any other motion to adjourn?
Next.